So Republicans here in Tennessee have blocked a bill that would make an exemption to Tennessee's abortion ban for a child 12 years of age and under. House Representative Gloria Johnson, who's also running for Senate here in Tennessee against Marsha Blackburn, introduced this bill, and what it would do would be give a child 12 years of age and under access to abortion care, and it would also ensure that the doctor who provided that care was not charged with a felony, because right now in the state of Tennessee, it's a felony if a doctor performs an abortion. But Gloria had this to say about the bill. She said, this bill, HB 2603, if passed, would codify the right to potentially life-saving abortion for anyone under the age of 13. In current Tennessee law, no child under 13 can legally consent to sex. So this bill simply protects these children, all of whom were impregnated by rape. Now, I'm going to stop in the middle of her comment right there because she's got a great point here. In the state of Tennessee, they cannot consent if they're 13 years of age and under. So anyone under 13 cannot consent. So therefore, this would be rape. And there's people splitting hairs here going, yeah, well, what about a 12-year-old and a 14-year-old? What about in the state of Tennessee, they cannot consent to sex, so therefore it's rape no matter how you slice it. She goes on to say, with all the ways we are failing in Tennessee, we do not need to punish them by forcing a consequence of sex that they are not even able to consent to. I agree with Gloria 100% on this one. This is why that I support her in her run for Senate. This is why I want her speaking for me and my daughter's future here in the state of Tennessee. There's a whole lot of people who are opponents to this bill, and they're sitting here saying, oh, this, and they're trying to play their old hits here. They're trying to say, well, now this bill says nothing about exceptions. It could happen anytime during the pregnancy, so that means right up on the day that the child was born, they could do it. And they say that line, they know that that is an extremely rare thing that happens, and when it does happen, it's because the mother's life's in danger. Like Gloria has said many times, no woman builds a nursery and gets all prepared for her child and then decides the day before she's going to have an abortion. That doesn't happen. But they say this, they repeat this talking point because they know that it will tug at the heartstrings of the church. It will tug at the heartstrings of the pro-life crowd who hasn't been affected by any of this yet. And that's the thing. They always have to, it has to affect them, it has to hit them. And here's the kicker, it is hitting them. But a lot of them aren't speaking up because a new study showed that since Roe versus Wade was overturned, 64,000 women and girls across this country were impregnated by rape. Let that sink in for a minute. 64,000, that's how common rape is in the United States. And these are the same people that wants to go off on their rants about drag queens and their rants about Hunter Biden's laptop. Name me 64,000 cases where a kid was hurt by a drag queen. I'll wait. Name me 64,000 cases where someone's life was completely destroyed by the contents in Hunter Biden's laptop. You can't do it because it don't exist. I'm so sick of the party that stands up and says, protect the children, save the children. They can't even make an exception for a child. I can't believe in the state I'm sitting in, that I live in, and I'm sitting here in this damn chair right now, I can't believe a state would force a 12-year-old and under to carry their rapist baby to term. And I have people sitting around me talking about how they got to really help Trump with his legal expenses. Well, I'll tell you what, you guys go right ahead and you help Trump with his legal expenses, buy his shitty sneakers, buy his cologne, buy pieces of his suit, buy his pubic hair, I don't give a damn, buy whatever he sells next. But the rest of us are going to keep our attention on the real issues at hand. And we're going to keep our attention on the fact that at the end of the day, the only thing the Republican Party wants to do is control everyone, and they want to wage war on women and control their bodies. That's what this boils down to. And they could sit here, they could split hairs about this bill all day and try to debate it, thinking that it makes them look good. It doesn't. In no world does it look good, because I can dismantle their argument in 5 seconds. Doesn't take long at all to tear that ridiculous argument down. If you believe in protecting the children, then protect a child who's been raped. How about that? We could just really, if we could just say that out loud in a room full of people, who's going to stand up and go, now hold on a minute. We're talking about children here, which you guys love to talk about and you love to use as a stage prop every chance you get. But you don't actually give a damn about them when it comes right down to it. Children is a stage prop to the Republican Party. That's all they've ever been. The American flag is a stage prop. The Bible is a stage prop. The church is a stage prop. It's all a big gimmick to them. And they use it to keep my people in this part of the world voting against their own interest. Gloria Johnson is also proposing raising minimum wage to $20 an hour here in Tennessee. And I know good old boys struggling like hell going, we can't allow that, man. My boss won't be able to pay me no more. In what world does $7.25 an hour make sense in 2024? You're struggling, you're busting your balls. If you're making 15 or 16, you're still struggling. But that's the kind of people we deal with every day. And they will look at this and say, well, man, no, we can't be allowing that to happen now. But hey, it's coming up. Pride Month's right around the corner. Let's all get ready to fight the drag queens. I am so sick and tired of their bullshit. But as long as I have a breath in my lungs, I'm going to be sitting here in this chair calling this shit out.